Hi everybody, this is Kim from DIY Dream Weddings UK. I create bespoke wedding bouquets and connect with you online to create the bouquet of your dreams. And I've decided to do, I thought of two different projects to do. And one of them was a sunflower wedding bouquet and the other one was Halloween. And the most popular was the sunflower. So I've decided to make this another teardrop wedding bouquet. I nearly did change this. I needed to change this project up, and then I thought, no, I have said in the introduction what I'm going to do, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to, excuse me. You might have seen me do this in other videos. Hopefully you have, because I've cut these two pieces out. You've got a thin piece for underneath and a thick piece for on top. This is the base of your bouquet, and the handle will go in there like that. Okay, if you want to see how that's cut out, just have a look at one of my other videos and it'll be on there. Okay, and what I thought was, for a change, we're going to use material for this, and I've cut a little hole in here for the hole here. But first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that on top and wrap it round. But first of all, what I'm going to do is stick this on to my onto my cardboard. And the reason why I have two pieces of cardboard is so that bouquet handle will stay in place. Okay, that's the reason why. So so there we go. So just making sure that's going to stay, and then what I might do is put some craft foam on the front. Well, I will do that because that's what I've got. Oh, that's a little bit off. Don't worry if it's a little bit off, that's fine, because the material will cover it up. And if you've got anything around the edge you want to cut off, just go round and just cut it round like this. Actually, there's not much here. It's a little tiny bit. Just cut it around the edge. It really doesn't matter because we're going to be covering all this bit with material and craft foam. Okay. So now this is, I have never done this before, so please don't be harsh with me. Don't be harsh with me. So what I want to do now is I want to stick this on to the back of my bouquet so it's nice and pretty. Oh, I should have tucked that round first. I forgot. Okay. That's going to give it less depth. I wonder if we can get that off now. No, we can't. We'll have to go with it. So what I would have done was stuck that underneath, and I haven't really, sorry, I haven't done that. So normally you'd stick that underneath that piece of cardboard first, which I haven't done. Frustrating for me that I haven't done that. But what I'm thinking is we can just stick it on here, on the bottom here, and that should work anyway, hopefully. Really, you don't really want that sticking on the material. That's really annoying that I've done that. Oh, I can't get that off. Can I get that off? Should we see if we can get that off? No, that is absolutely stuck on there. Oh, I have to do it a different way then than what I was thinking. And I had it in my head how I was going to do it as well. Okay, so we just have to... What I'll do is I'll cut the material away a bit because we don't really want that. It's going to be a bit fiddly. This isn't normally how this is. So you know now that this isn't how I would do it. I could tuck it inwards. We could tuck that inwards, that material, couldn't we? Like that. On itself, like this. This isn't normally how. If you just switched on, I wasn't going to do it this way, but because I just don't want to lose that depth for the handle. That's the only reason. I just don't want to lose that deepness for the handle. So let's have a go at that. I suppose I could have stuck it on the top. There we are. That's kind of neat. Can you see how neat that is? So what we're going to do now is, okay, I've just had to adjust how I was going to do it. I'm going to stick this on. As long as this is centre, the whole centre on here, that's fine. And we've got enough to tuck around the edge. We need to have enough to tuck around the edge here. See, that could have been a bit more centred. I'm not good because I don't measure. I don't measure. If you're into dressmaking, don't watch this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just glue this on. Okay, I'm going to do what I do with the craft foam, and I'm going to glue this. I will learn if it's not right, won't I? I suppose I could just have stretched it over, but yeah, might have been easier just to stretch it over. Okay, and then just, sorry that I'm a bit of a faffer with these things because I've never done them before. Okay, and then just basically, this is how I wanted it to be on the back. For a minute there I thought I was doing it wrong. I'm not doing it wrong. You're not doing it wrong, Kim. You're not. You're not doing it wrong. Okay, so just, you might want to iron that first. Depends how fussy you are. So that's stuck on there now. Okay, most of that. So we're going to go around the edge a little bit. Okay, just so we know that's all stuck around the edge. Okay. Yeah, I'm being brave because I'm not really one who likes working with materials, different materials, but I think it makes the videos a bit more interesting and it makes it more interesting for me if I also change things up a bit. So I was trying to stick that right around the edge. Sorry if I'm a bit throaty, I've had a bit of a cold, and you know when you get a cold and it just will not go away, it just keeps on at you. It keeps on. That's how it's been for me. Okay, right, so keep on. Right, so what I thought was then we turn that over and we might have to cut some of this material off. But all we want to do is cover around the edge. We don't really want much of this material on here because it'll be too much. Excuse me, I might have to have some water. My throat is really itching me. So this material I got from Hobbycraft, and it was like £2.50 or something. For a little bit, sorry, for a little bit of, I'm going to cut that round a little bit because we don't really want all this material on here. We just want enough to go around the edge. And it might be that we can maybe cut it like this. I've seen people do this, but we do want that edge piece, so we don't want to come in too much around the edge if we're going to cut bits off of it. So it's probably better, see what I mean, I've just cut that a bit too far in. Maybe just wrap it round. This is what I was thinking. Just wrap it, you think it'll be so easy, and then you start doing it and you're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have cut that too as far as that and stuff. So I'm not gonna muck about here, guys. I'm just gonna stick it on like this, and I might trim it off afterwards rather than trying to. If you're gonna trim, put a little thing in there. Don't bring it down too far because you'll get a split in your material around the edge of your bouquet, if you know what I mean. So I might even just cut that like that just to make it a bit more flat. So we just want to make sure this is all flat around the edge. Okay. Maybe we could have cut that a bit shorter, but let's bring it round. As long as it's all nice and flat around the back here, then we can get our craft foam on the back. That should work, shouldn't it? I think it should. Right, should we take a bit more off of this, the edge here? Just a bit more. We don't want to go too far, but we don't really want too much. We don't want too much of the edge of this material. And it doesn't matter if it's a bit messy. It really doesn't. Okay, so just bring it in like that. Let's bring it round. And then what we're going to do, like I said, is we're going to I did think how we're going to do material last time, and I didn't know how we were going to do it, and I really wanted to do it for a while because I've seen how nice it looks if you can get it right. But I thought, what if I don't get it right? And it ends up a disaster. You know, you just don't know, do you, with these things? If you've never done it before, it can be a little bit. So I'm just trying to flatten that down a bit all the way around. And then we're going to take this piece off here. So it's a little bit, who cares? Who cares whether it's neat? Because we cover it up. Okay, we cover it all up. Right, so we're just going to bring this round. We just go around all the edge. Making sure that's flat all the way around and neat. Neat for the, I don't know what the other side looks like at the moment. I haven't turned it over, but I would think that would look quite good at on the other side. It's very just jump into these things, people. Jump into these things. Okay, so if you're a bride after making your own wedding bouquet, maybe don't follow this yet because I haven't quite mastered it, but I'm just doing what I think will work here. Okay, that's what I'm doing. Okay, watch all the videos first before you decide, actually, I'm going to do this project. Always watch all of my videos because I'm not even sure if this is going to stick as well as it did on that other piece of card, because I did do a little yeah, I did do, so you can actually split that if you want to, but I was just afraid it's going to show around the edge, so you can actually do that. And then yeah, I did a little test to see if the material would actually stick to the cardboard, and it actually did. So I've never used hot glue for material on cardboard before. Well, the only one I've used is felt. I've used felt and that's worked. Okay, you just don't need a lot of this material because otherwise it's all going to get stuck. Okay, now is the moment of truth, because I'm going to turn this over and see. Oh, that's not bad for the first time. That could be pulled a bit more around the edge there. So pull it quite tight around the edge, okay, if you can. Okay. Can you see how that's not quite as tight around the edge as it could be? You see that? So you really need to, this is my first try at this, and I don't think that's too bad. I'm not sure how I'm going to do the handle. Maybe we can maybe we could put material on that as well, or we could just ribbon it and push it in that way. Yeah, next time I will stick material underneath the card and before I stick it down. Okay. Yeah, so that works, doesn't it? That does work. Okay, and I'm thinking, what colour do we want to put on here? And I was going to stick some foam on the back, on the front, and then decorate it like I normally do. What happened was that pushed me into this was the fact that I couldn't get the colour ribbons that I wanted, and I thought, well, I don't want to put all the sort of colours I don't like around the edge of my bouquet. So I thought, well, what about if I do a bit of material? And to be honest with you, the material is more expensive than the ribbon. But so let's stop chatting and let's work out what colour we're going to do for the base. I thought we could either do yellow Let's have a go. If I just take that off. And this was, sorry, this was 6 sheets for £2. That's what it was. Because I think I got it wrong in the last video. So that just about goes on there. I know that fits. We could do it yellow. Excuse me. And that's how that would look. Or we could do it brown. Because if we do it brown, we're going to do some lovely sunflowers on top. So it will look a little bit, excuse me, a little bit dull to begin with. But do you know what I'm thinking? I really don't like really dark colours. And what I want to do is put the yellow on there. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. So sorry. I think I'm going to put the yellow on. So how I do that is, I have got a template somewhere. Where is it? I've got a template, but I don't think that's big enough. Because now we've put, this is what you've got to take into account. Now you've put the material on, that's going to be, you can see it a bit more if I do that, wider than this, okay? So what you want to do is, the easiest way of doing this, is to draw round, maybe turn it that way so you can see a bit more of what I'm doing. You could draw around it on some cardboard first. This is sometimes what I do. I would get some cardboard and I would draw around the cardboard first. What I do is sometimes I'll draw around the card and then I'll do the foam so that I know what the shape's going to be. But do you know what? That is quite, we haven't got much of that left anyway, so much of that around the edge anyway, so I'm just going to draw around it. So I'm just going to take and I'm going to come out a bit, okay, so I've got a little bit more than what I need. So I'm using a wooden skewer. You could use a cocktail stick, anything that's got a point on it. And I'm going to come round quite a long way outside the bouquet edge, the base edge, so that I've got enough, and I'll probably cut this off, but just so that I've got enough leeway here around the edge, okay? Okay, so we're just going right around like that. Okay, and then I'm going to cut that out so you can sort of see what I've done. If I just bring that up, you can see what I've done. And I'm just going to cut this out. Like this. Try and keep it neat because you're going to see that. You're going to see the edge of this. But don't worry, if you're a little bit messy, it's okay because we can cover it up with our flowers, okay? And if you want to see what the sunflowers look like, I'll show you that in a second. Or you can have a look in the last video where I actually show you how to do what they look like. And they are also on the favourite places playlist on the Glastonbury wedding bouquet. So if you want to have a look on there, on DIY Dream Weddings, that's where that video will be, and you'll be able to see what these sunflowers look like. So you can do that any way you want, and you can see that actually clears the edge of that, and then when you actually go, see, I've never done it material, it looks different, it looks really different, doesn't it, to the ribbon, because we're going to leave that like that. It's quite interesting to see. I was going to do a hanging one. I was going to change it up and do a hanging. I'm glad I haven't done that now. So I don't put this on straight away, but I do. No, we will do it. We will put it on straight away. We just won't put the handle on straight away because we want to be able to decorate that flat. Okay, and I don't think we're going to put any flowers on the back here. So what I'm going to do is, Right, so we've done that. Right, so just stick this on here, okay? And to do that, I normally level it up. I'm trying to think, how do I normally do this? I normally turn it over, do the top, make sure it's level, okay? Start from the top and do just the middle. Just put the glue on the middle of your bouquet, so it doesn't really matter about the edge, because the edge you can do afterwards, okay? So just basically bring that. It feels weird because I haven't done the other side. Okay, just bring your glue all the way down and stick that down like that. Okay, we're still recording, good, because I haven't got any more materials. And you can see the edge of that. It's quite nice. It's all covered. Okay, so we just wanted to cover the edge of that material up. So then what we do is we go around the edge and push that down in place. Okay, just go all the way around the edge. Make sure that none of this. So if we were going to do the front with the material as well, we could do it the same way, I think. We might have to put an edge on it to stop it from fraying or something. I don't know how it would work, but we're working with different materials here, so it's a little bit of mixed media. I've never stuck craft foam to material, so we'll have to see if that sticks on or not. So I've never done that before. Okay, so do you know, I think we're winning here. I really think we're winning. So then what you do is you take your bouquet and you just cut inwards along here as neatly as you can, just around the edge, just to finish that off. Okay, take your time. All right, take your time. Let's cut that off. And the thing with this sort of project is, okay, I'm just not going to let that interfere with the shape of my bouquet there. Try not to let the material at the edge interfere with the shape of your bouquet, so that you can still have that. Oh, okay, that does stick out a bit. That's okay. What we'll do is put some flowers around the edge, because I should have brought that in a bit more and pulled it a bit tighter around the edge there. We could come out a bit more. Maybe that might work. Let's try that on this side. You can see how much neater it is where I've pulled it tighter though. So when you're doing this, pull it tighter and cut as much material off as you can, so it's nice and neat. Okay, so that is, yeah, see what I mean? It's not as tight around here, but that is basically, and you might choose to put material on the back, then you could just cut a small piece maybe and do it that way. So I don't know how you do that. I haven't got far as doing that yet. So this is my mixed media idea. And then your handle will go in there, and I'm not sure if I might ribbon that or not. So let me know what you think, whether that should have ribbon or material on it, and I'll give it a go. Okay, so that is, and you might want to put something there to cover this bit, the edge of that. Don't know, does that look right? Let me know what you thought about that. Okay, so that is your base, and I'm going to go away now, and I'm going to do some lovely sunflowers up, and they're going to go onto here. So they're going to look like this, okay, and we're going to decorate the front of this, okay. And I'm not sure what we're going to do, if we're going to put anything on here as well. Okay then everybody, so I will see you again soon with the next part of this project. And oh, I'm sorry about this shadow. I just realised there's a shadow right, the sun's shining right across. I'm so sorry about that. I hope you can put up with that. I'll check that next time. Okay then, so don't forget to like, and you can subscribe to this channel if you really like these videos, and it also helps the channel to grow. Just press that bell and press the like if you like this video, and yeah, and maybe put a comment below to let me know what you thought about the material instead of the foam. Okay, all right then, over and out. Bye bye for now.